truly understanding the topic of vision is one of the most difficult things to do, because there are so many related concepts that you can find, like purpose or goals or desires, and many more actually. And a lot of people get really confused about those. And if that's you, for example, if you have difficulties to really grasp what differentiates one from the other, this video is for you. Because in my own experience, I also struggled for a long time with this. First, I thought vision would be something like desire. So you just have certain desires and you envision them, like certain people do it on their vision board, like this, how's it called? Like these intention setting and things like that, or manifestation practices. And I think this is partially true. Those concepts, they are interrelated, but vision is actually something else. And then for another period in time, I thought vision would be something that is more like this narcissistic fantasizing. So I thought there are people who are better at dreaming, and there are people who are better at performing and practicing certain things and tasks. But what I found is that actually vision is a totally different thing. But one thing first, I also want to explain the difference between purpose and vision and goals, so that it's easier for you. Purpose is the difference between vision and purpose is that purpose is more about when you do something, it is about the role that you fulfill within a wider context. This is your purpose. So it is actually, while you do something, it is like taking a picture within this process. On that picture, you can see what a person is doing and what the person does. This is the role that the person fulfills in this moment. So roles are always something temporary. And a goal is something that it is something concrete, something practical. And I think this is what most people understand. A goal is something practical that you want to achieve and that you go for. So, but now what is vision, and why is it related to leadership? Because this video is also about leadership. Vision and leadership are two concepts that are strongly interrelated, and they are also related to the topic of responsibility. So the idea here is that vision is not something practical as you would imagine, but it is always in a practical context. So the first step actually is to become aware about your surroundings, and the second step is to care about those things and to take on responsibility. And once you did that, you can find, depending on how aware you are and how conscious you are, because this is also a common misconception that that vision is about being conscious, or that leadership is totally about being conscious, which is actually not true, because leadership is about having vision, and having vision means that you are aware of your surroundings, that you take on responsibility, and that you recognize certain patterns. And because you know those patterns, because you can see certain certain things that always occur and reoccur, you can and because you are aware and caring, you are able to make good decisions based on that. So it is actually your imagination, and this is this dreamy component actually. It is your imagination, but put on and based on a grounded connection to reality. So it's really about a connection to connection to reality. And so and this also is a point in which a lot of people get confused, because a lot of people think vision is about being totally conscious, or it is a conscious thing in itself. That's actually not true, because the first step is to be conscious and to know what happens around you, and what is the context that you are in, what is the situation that you are in, what are the people around you and how do they feel, and all of this is giving you data. And the more you care, the more you will find solutions by your emotions and by your intuition, basically, because intuition is your own mind spinning these patterns that you recognized further, and therefore knowing what will happen with a high probability. And this also is why good vision and good leadership are so difficult to achieve and so valuable, because you have to be very conscious, and this means you have to have a low level of addictions and distractions, and healthy eating habits, and meditation is super crucial for that. I know not every good leader on this earth meditates, but it always affords a certain lifestyle that is healthy and that is conscious and aware, and allows you to perceive reality for what it is, and therefore also to truly care. And because a lot of addictions, what they do is they also dim our compassion. And once you have this, you can actually you see a lot of things in a way that is more clear, and because of that you are able to make the right decisions and to recognize the patterns in the first term on what you base those actions. What vision does is it allows you to literally, like you find it as a metaphor in the Bible, it is what in a metaphorical sense allows you to walk over the water, because it is about building trust, but not trust based on proof, because in certain situations, for example, if you're in a relationship, you can't always get validation and proof all the time. So and this is not only true for romantic relationships, this also is true for business relationships, or you have to rely on certain things. Basically, for example, that a certain supermarket chain around your corner, that it is open at certain times. So you have to rely on that. So this is not about proof, because you have no proof, of course, that this supermarket will be open tomorrow. But because there are certain times at which certain things happen, you can trust in that, because you have enough evidence, not proof but evidence. Imagine this like stones in the water that are just coming out a slight little bit out of it, and you have like hundreds of them, and because of that you are able to build a house on that foundation. And even if some of them maybe sink, or if some of them are not coming out of the water high enough, you still have enough of those stones to build that foundation. even if you have no totally plain solid ground. And vision is really what allows you to go through uncertainty, and it allows you to build trust and self-trust without knowing what happens, but based on really this inner knowing of doing the right thing and to go for what you believe in. Because this is also oftentimes a common misunderstanding, that belief is always something that is very just imaginary and out of reality totally. Of course, belief is like vision. It has this imaginary component, but the real strong belief is always anchored within reality. So you have your consciousness, and your consciousness gives you information based on reality. So you have a perception that is very accurate, and because of a healthy lifestyle, you are able to perceive things in an accurate way. And based on top of that, you are able to perceive certain patterns, and because of that, to care and to make the right decisions. And this is really why leadership and vision are the most difficult things on your personal journey to achieve, basically. Probably there are more difficult lessons because life will always give us more of them. But in terms of how we navigate our inner world and our how we have this inner self-control and self-mastery, in this field it is kind of one of the most difficult things to achieve. And this is not only about someone who is for example, taking care of his team at work. This also is a component, and many people do this naturally to take on responsibility and then to make the right decisions and the right actions. But and even that's difficult. Not everyone is a team leader at work, for example. But the highest leadership skill is actually to go through uncertainty and to do things that you believe in, but based on the trust that is grounded in evidence and not proof, but evidence in terms of these patterns that you recognize. So I really hope this video could help you and could make a lot of things more clear for you. And if you want to support me and this channel, just give this video a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button. And see you in future videos.